Hey, are you gonna be my co-host today? What do you think? Wanna talk about cross stitch? Dwight says, hey. Hey guys, it's Natasha here and Dwight with Bridges Get Stitches. You've joined me for another episode of my stitching vlog. This is my corner of the internet where I talk about my crafts, primarily cross stitch, but also some sewing, a little bit of life, a little bit of cuteness over here. So if it's your first time joining, hello, welcome. It's good to meet you. Dwight likes the attention. Those of you returning, hey guys, good to see you. So we're just gonna dive right into a set of videos, so have fun. Hey friends, I'm just sitting here on a Friday waiting for the video for my book club to upload and working on some Fox and Rabbit. So this is where I'm at and we'll see how far I get. So this is how far I've made it so far. I'm gonna keep going on it. I'm babysitting a friend of mine's kiddo today and probably get some stitches and stuff on it when he naps. But this is where I'm going on it. I'm liking the colors on it. I think it really works. It's not like as vibrant or like pretty, I guess, as some of the other people's that I've seen, like with the blues and just, you know, the greens and pinks and the coordinated colors. It's just random colors, but I don't know, it's kind of working. So hanging out here with Jen, Caffeinated Crafter. She's got a great update, getting some stitching done. So cool beans. Later, y'all. Morning, guys. It's like 5 a.m. And I'm down in the basement sewing these bags up because I got so mad last night because I goofed around the pattern pieces on this book sleeve, and so I set it aside and was like, I'm gonna go to bed. So I went to bed, woke up and was like, I gotta go fix that. So I immediately came downstairs and was like, okay, we got this, and now it's fixed, it's coming together, and I will have them sewn up today. This sunset sure is pretty. One of my favorite parts about this house. Hey guys, kind of a rough day. Ended up working from home because I feel like crap. Just kind of nausea came out of nowhere. And yeah, I don't even want to sit and stitch. I just want to go to bed. So I'm trying to work, and I'm getting 2 or 3 stitches in while I'm on meetings and stuff. But I went to bed early last night. I'm probably going to go to bed earlier tonight. Wish me luck, but here's where I'm at on the Fox and Rabbit 2025 Sal. I'm liking the browns more and more as I go. I don't think I'm going to extend past any more colors in this. I think the next round I'll do the pink again, and just kind of play with those. So these will be my 4 colors, you know, because then you have the background, the fabric color as well. I'm still really liking the little itty bitty stitching, so it's calming. So all right, well, wish me luck, and maybe I'll get a little bit more done. This is what happens when I work from home. Somebody needs cuddles every single morning. You say hi, Dwight? Say hi. What a nerd. Alright, so this is where I'm ending just for today. I could keep working on this, but I need to put it aside and work on some other goals that I've got going on. So this one is going away for just a little bit. It's actually a really easy downstairs stitch, so I might take it down with me because it's so repetitive. And then I finished off the last of the purple strand that I had on here. I split up the pattern. I already did the colors and stuff, but I have on the pattern key, I'm not going to show you the pattern key itself, but I did this portion is 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. So the first quarter, so hopefully by you know, I've got 5 quarters to finish it, so I'm going to try to get this done the first quarter. So I just have a little bit left over here, and then the bird and this little Julie Dally thing here. for the first quarter, and then the second quarter is here. It's like the big swans. Those are gonna be the big thing. And then third quarter is gonna be like these dogs and leaves and everything. And then fourth quarter, like I included this in the third quarter here, so it's like a little V. So then I can finish off this portion in the fourth quarter. And if I need to stretch it down into the fifth, then I will. So, but I decided to do that. So I need to continue and finish like doing this portion over here, and then the first quarter will be done. So fingers crossed. Look guys, I got Jen's piece. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at the greens. Oh, especially with that purple background. Ugh, I'm excited. So I'm gonna put some stitches in on this one. Alrighty, I just want to show you a little video quick before I head upstairs to stitch for the night. I started on my scrapbook page, and I blanket stitched this little finish in, and I was gonna put this around it, but I kind of like how the blanket stitch looks, so I think I'll just leave it as is. So yeah, and I'm gonna do, you know, a couple others around, probably do a little bit of felt applique stuff, you know, finagle it up. But so that is started. I'm gonna keep working on that. But I should stand up so I can show you. I finished my giveaway gifts. So this is the folder that I'm sending to Janet. I got her chickens and the blue flowers in there. This is only like the third one I've made, so it's not perfect, but I did, you know, I made it out of the foam stuff, so I really like it. And then this is a book sleeve that I made for Erica. So these are gonna get in the mail and be shipped out. So, woohoo! All right, I'm gonna head upstairs and get some more stitching done. Do you see how he's sitting? This is how he sits every time I go to cross stitch. He's sitting on the armrest, leaning over me. Child-free for a day? Is it pouring outside? Yes. What do? Go to the library to stitch with friends. Hey guys, we're here at a stitch day down with Hathaway Stitchers. Everybody want to say hi? You're on my video. Yay! Say hey! Just hanging out and stitching. Bringing you a little bitty update. So this is how far I made it on the round robin with Jen and Brittany and Justine. Pulling in from the middle here. So this is my section, starts here and here. So I've got this here. I'm just gonna kind of continue all the way around, obviously. So a little bit on that. I'm probably gonna keep it out and keep working on it. But I needed a little pick-me-up. I needed a finish. And so I started and finished the freebie from Jan Hicks Creates that she put out for market. I switched up the colors to be like matching kind of what appeals to me more, I guess, like the purples and the bright bold blues and stuff. So that is a finish. Check that out. And then I've been putting some stitching in on my Woman in a Field of Flowers. So I finished off the color that I was working on here, finished down in this area, and then like brought it up here. So that color is finished, and then I decided to move the girl. So I've got her hair going here. So exciting. I'm going to do like maybe another 100 stitches on this one and then put it away and try to work on some of my other goals for the month. So that's where I'm at. I am in a new start mode. So I've got a bunch of smalls here that I want to start. Just a few Valentine patterns and then country store. So we'll get these going. Well, I was able to get 2 of them started tonight, so we'll get the other ones going tomorrow, hopefully. Just finished a Zumba workout. Why not go to a stitchy night? We'll see who's there. Well, that was fun. I got some stitching in. There were no other like stitchy friends there, so sorry, no cameos. Mostly actually it was knitters and crocheters. So yeah. Got some stitching in on my round robin, and now I'm gonna head home and call it a night probably. Later, y'all. Guys, I'm so excited. My Jackson Fabric Arts fabric arrived. I absolutely love Sarah's linens. She does such a good job with her dyeing, and the fabric is always like super soft. Of course, I'm having trouble doing this one-handed, sorry. I got the espresso, which is, I believe, a newer color of hers. Come on, one-handed, we got this. Oh gosh, oh my goodness. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, and the feel. I have said it 1,000 times, and I will say it 1,000 more. I flipping love Jackson Fabric Arts fabric. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that color. And I wish that I could just like throw this through the screen at you so you could feel it as well. Oh, I love this fabric so much. And I believe that Sarah is actually doing a sale on her linens right now. So now is the time to run over there and grab some that you like. I'm not sure how much longer she's gonna be doing it though, so run over. She's always reasonably priced anyway. So yeah, dive in, have at it. Oh, so excited. This is going to be for my Rebel Stitcher stitch along from Market, the newest design, and I'm waiting on the steel Pirate Robin threads to get here to use on it. So ooh, I'll do a floss sauce when it arrives, so just be jealous and then run over and get some yourself. Bye y'all. At least it's not pouring in like it was, it's just dripping. That's like 3 inches thick right there. Stay out of the water, Dwight. At least they can still get to one of their litter boxes. He says dripping from the wall. Yeah, it's coming right out of there. Hello everybody, wrap up time. So I realize it's been 3 weeks, but that's because weather, and I will get to it in the end. I have not really had a lot of time to like make sure I got all my like little videos and stuff in between, so we're just gonna wrap it all up. So stitching wise, I had 4 safts. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My bad. I had 6 start and finishes. So one of them was this Be Who You Are pattern by Jan Hicks Creates. And I changed up the coloring and stuff to kind of fit more like my style, which I love. It turned out so good. And the best part about it was Jan Hicks actually like commented and was like, oh, hey, this looks great. And I was like, really? Fantastic. Thank you. So there you go. There's that one. And I've seen like a lot of people doing this one and changing like how they do it to like, or the colors and like this, the theme and stuff. Actually a friend of mine, Casey, did hers a little different. She put the birds closer together and there's like a skull in the middle, which is like, if you like know her at all, like perfection. It looked really great. And so it's cool to see people, you know, changing it up. So I'm not really sure at the moment what I'm gonna do. I think I'll probably like turn it into like a pillow of some sorts, but then maybe, you know, maybe I'll just put it on the front of my like felt scrapbook thing, which is coming along great. I should make sure I put a photo or a video in that one next time, because I've been like adding more and more to it, like little smalls into my book. I probably need to do a little bit more like decoration and stuff, and for that I'm really gonna need some inspiration from Wattobizz stitching and all of this felt over on Instagram. Might have to pull in some of them. We'll see. Anyway, there's one, and then the next 4 were all of these little minis, the Primrose, Cottage mini design. So there's Be Mine. These 2 are on the same page, that were on the same fabric, February 14th, and then Sweetheart. Those are so stinking cute. And then the last one is these little lovebirds. So adorable. I love it. So cute. I'm gonna put those probably on like little pillows. Like I'm gonna cut them out and then like sew on like fabric around, like a frame, fabric frame, and then make the back of the fabric. And then my final start and finish, Honeybee Haven. I finished it up, my portion for Jen's Fiberweb. It arrived to me with these 3 done, and so I did this little quadrant. Let me see if I can fold it properly. So that was all me, and it's really pretty. It's a lot of fun. I mostly did like most color to least color, and it's super pretty. I love how the purples and the blues pop against all those blacks and stuff. Or not blacks, the greens. Here's a picture of like Instagram, because this lighting isn't the best, but like this is a picture of like finished on there. So this is going to be packed up and sent off to Jen tomorrow, hopefully. And she is so sweet. She included so many cute little gifts in there. She knitted me a pair of gloves. Dude, so awesome. Thank you so much. Everything in there is just so wonderful. Like there's a bunch of little like stickers and stuff, and it was just very thoughtful. Thanks, Jen. Okay, so those are starts and finishes. I did also have 2 starts because it's me. So I started getting into like Wattobizz, cross stitch, and I got this free pattern for like a sit and stitch or whatever, stitch with me event that they have, secret word or whatever. And here's what it's gonna look like. It's called Dragon Love, and I got just a little tidbit in there. So this is going to be the horn of the dragon. So it's turning out well. It's going to be a big old piece. Yeah. And this is the Morgan hoop that I got to try, and I really like it. It does definitely keep it taut. It's nice to stitch with, and it's a easy hold for my hand. So that's been a success. I still like my Q-snaps, but the Morgan hoop is pretty good. And then my second new start is I started on the stitch along, the like flower stitch along that's in the CrossStitcher magazine, and I started putting in March right there, and then I'm gonna go into April, and then I'll go backwards for the rest of the years. But it started in like September, so it's like basically almost done. But I really wanted to get it done, and I love that sun. Look at how the colors just kind of meld together on that middle sun. It's so pretty. So that was a new start. I'm gonna set that one up in my Q-snap, I think, because I have a free Q-snap now that I finished Honeybee Haven. So I might set that one up. Okay, and then I also worked on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So I worked on Forevermore, and I mean, got quite a bit done. Actually, I don't know if I know I did a video on this one, so this might not actually be any more added onto it since that little mini video, but that's where I am at the end of this week. And then the next one was the Fox and Flower, or Fox and Rabbit stitch along, the garden one, 2025. And again, it's pretty similar. I did a little bit more in the flower here and got that outline ready to go. So should be pretty easy to take with me and kind of do without a pattern, since this is just like repeated here and all the way around. Sorry, this lighting is really bad because it's the end of the night, because we drove up to Columbus and back today. So trying to show that in the best light possible, just for sake of finishing this week. And then I worked on Peppermint Purple and ended up finishing the frame. Check it out. Oh yeah, looking good. And so now that the frame is officially finished, because I was like, I need to pause on all of the weekly fillers and get this darn frame done. So now the frame is done. I don't know if you can tell, but it's the Light Effects DMC. Or no, this is Etoile. This is Light Effects. So this was Etoile to do this whole thing, and man, was that fun. And so now I'm gonna move back over and start doing the middle filler ones. So hopefully I can get that caught up this week. Fingers crossed. Along the same lines, I worked on Steady Thread, and I did 2 more weekly fillers. I think I've got like 6 more to do to catch up. So I got the yellow one here and then this pink one in. So I'll pull you in close there. So yeah, lots of fun. I love me some black work. And then final one was Woman in a Field of Flowers, and I really wanted to get into some of the pretties, so I moved over. So you guys you've seen all of like this on this side, but I moved over and I started working on the girl. So here's her hair coming in right there. Yeah, she's looking good. Next time if I get a chance, I'll do like the full like spread or whatever, but I've got it all in there. So that's where she's at. Woman in a Field of Flowers. So that was what I stitched on these past 3 weeks. As far as my totals for March, 16,501 stitches. I had 7 starts and 5 finishes, and I stitched for 28 out of 31 days in March. So score. Plans. I was looking back on like my goals for March, and I only did half of them. So either I have really high expectations, which is true, or I don't have as much time to stitch as previously considered. Also true. So anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to not do as many goals, but at the same time, I like shooting high. So I'm probably going to do the exact same thing in April. No lying, you know. I think I said I want to do 1,000 stitches on Woman in a Field. I want to do 500 on Forevermore. I want to catch up on Fox and Rabbit. I want to catch up on Steady Thread, catch up on Peppermint Purple. I want to do 1,000 in Wizard of Oz and 1,000 in Beach Rat. I couldn't think of the name of it for a second. And there's a couple other ones thrown in there. Oh yeah, Whipgoes. Because I only did one of the 2 Whipgo calls for March, so I need to do the other one. I need to do Candy, and then I need to look up and do the ones for April. So yeah, no, I'm not cutting back on my goals. Why? Why would I start now? So yeah, I didn't finish Whipgo. I've also been a tad overwhelmed just by like not knowing everything that I own, because like I've got a bunch of like paper patterns down in the basement, and like I've got a ton of things that I like order on Etsy and put on my drive and I haven't looked at in a while. So I went through and made like a list of everything that I own as well as the size of it, and I'm gonna like put it in order, and hopefully that will help me to get more things started and like finished because then I will know everything I have and I'll be organized with it. So that's the goal. I want to start my Wattobizz sal when it arrives. I'm like still waiting on the Dragon Eye sal to ship. It comes, you know, from overseas, so it's gonna take a while, but I'm just like anxiously awaiting its arrival. In the meantime, I'll just keep stitching on Dragon Love. But it's like my first stamped kit. And I got hooked on it because the bougie stitcher was like hosting the sal originally. And so she's still stitching on it. She's just not hosting it anymore. And so I'm excited to, you know, do my first stamped kit. We'll see what happens. And then what else? Oh, we have a stitchy road trip coming up. I'm so excited. Let's see, Kim from StitchCon, and then Melissa, who is the Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter over here on Flosstube. They and another friend of theirs, of hers. Why can't I remember her name? Elizabeth? I might have that wrong. Anyway, they're gonna come pick me up and we're gonna drive up and see Mystic Fabrics storefront. I'm so excited. It's this coming Saturday and I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's gonna be tons of fun. I wanted to go up earlier, like for their grand opening and everything, but meh. So now I get to go and I'm so excited. That's gonna be fun this weekend. Yeah, that's all plans. That's all stitchy stuff. So if that's all you're here for, thanks for coming, guys. It was great to see you. If you're staying around for life stuff, that starts now. So, starting off with like life and everything, I wanted to extend the biggest thank you to everybody who commented on my previous video. You know, I kind of went in depth and talked about like struggles and everything that I'm going through, like with my weight loss and everything. And it, you know, it took a little bit to kind of step out and do that. So, thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. It's hard not to like just dive in with something that is like so interwoven in like my day-to-day. Like it's everything that I think about and deal with and everything. And so being, you know, vulnerable about it hasn't been as difficult as like I thought it would be, because, you know, in this day and age, like who hasn't dealt with weight issues, you know? And so just being open about it, you know, gets that conversation out there. And so for those that are curious, I did start on an oral medication to try to fight the potential insulin resistance that I might have, which may be an issue where like it's very experimental. Like you have to try this one, and if this doesn't work, you go to this one. If this doesn't work, you go to this one, yada yada. And so it's only been like a week since I started that, and so far nothing on the weight side, but like it takes a little bit to really get in your system and work. So, you know, fingers crossed is all I can say. So, but yeah, thank you to everybody. I appreciate knowing that my stitchy friends are there, and like you guys are all rooting for me, I guess. So thank you. I really appreciate it. As far as other life stuff, work is just going to be like fantastically crazy over the next couple months. We have a big event coming up that I just have to really prep for, and like I've got a couple work trips that I've got to go to, and like I've got to get all of this prepped out while we're still planning like a family cruise as well. And so it's like, blah, life is going to get busy. Hopefully I can keep up my stitching goals and all of that jazz throughout it. So fingers crossed. Okay, that's enough life stuff. I think we should talk books, because I'm still reading. Okay, we're gonna do the same like rapid fire as last time, because 14 books, y'all. Did I finish another one? No. Okay, yeah, 14 books in 3 weeks, you know. So I finished Cinder and Glass, 4 stars. And then I finished Quicksilver, 5 stars. Why do I have to wait so long for the second one? Oh, so excited. So excited. And then I finished, I'm like bumping the table. It Happened One Summer, and I gave this one 3 stars. It's okay. Then I did Rebecca, and that's an older one, 3 stars. Dream Count, 4 stars. It was really good. Daughter of the Moon Goddess, 4 stars. I'm coming back to Sulin Tang, and I'm gonna read the next one in that series because I really enjoyed it. Ministry of Time, 3 stars. Divine Rivals, 3 stars. The Queens of Crime, 3 stars. Legends and Lattes, 4 stars. Fable, 4 stars. Lost in a Good Book, that is the Thursday Next series, 3 stars. Save the Date was an arc that I was reading for the author through NetGalley, 3 stars. And then Rage Becomes Her, 5 flippin' stars. So good. So good. And then what am I currently reading? Well, I'm still reading Argo. I'm still reading Project Hail Mary. After Lost in a Good Book, I then picked up the 3rd one in that series, the Thursday Next series. It's The Well of Lost Plots. After Legends and Lattes, I decided let's do the prequel. So I'm reading Bookshops and Bone Dust. I'm reading 2 more arcs for authors. It's The Heir of Storms, which is really good. Like if I, like any chance that I get that I'm like not stitching, I'm reading this book because it's really good. It's hooked me. And then also Our Infinite Fates I have on audiobook that I just started. And then the last one is To Shape a Dragon's Breath, and this one is darn good. I started it in audiobook, but then like ran out of time to like, I started it too late. And so now I've got to finish it in print, and I definitely preferred the audiobook just because the names are difficult to read, but thankfully I've heard them, so I know how to pronounce them in here, but seeing them is different than hearing them. So still really good. Okay, that's my rapid fire, y'all. I don't have anything else, so I'm going to wrap it up, say see you later, and get on with filming the next one. So later, y'alls.